Well, I got my hay over there, and I needed to get a bale home, and I broke a fuel line on the Belarus, which is kind of a weird copper thing, so I'm going to have to monkey with that. But so I'm going back to the drag it with the M37, and that actually works. I have never tried it without tire chains on before, but four-wheel low, she'll pull her. It is reluctant. The bale flops around, but she works. I got her through the gate without destroying the gate, so that's a good start. I was going to mention sometime this boat. Last fall, me and my brother went to an auction sale down in South Dakota, and he was looking for motorcycles, so he brought a trailer along. Well, we get there and there was really nothing worth having, so I figured as long as we had the trailer, there was boats there. I don't really need a boat, so to speak, but this is a good old aluminum craft, and it came with a pretty good trailer. And I think I paid like $20 for it. So I figured, okay, as long as we drug that trailer all the way down there, might as well haul something back, so we haul this boat back. But it's funny, there was a lot of boats going dirt cheap. Surprisingly cheap. And this one, at least I knew it held the water because it was sitting on the trailer plump full of water. It had been rained in. So she does hold water. And like I say, the trailer looks to be a pretty good trailer. But it was like $15, $20. But there was a lot of stuff going that cheap. In fact, it was like a canoe, an old town canoe, which I wouldn't have minded getting, but I really have kind of my heart set on getting an aluminum canoe, and I want the shorter one, like the 15-foot or whatever the hell they are. This was one of them 17.5-foot, and then out of, that polymer of some kind. So I passed on it, but like I say, that stuff was going cheap. You could have bought these big inboard motor cabin cruiser type things. They were going like $100. It was just ridiculous. But at least we made use of the trailer then to haul this thing home. Like I say, don't really have a need for a boat, but you never know. I've got a little motor that would go on it, so it would be fine. It ain't in bad shape, and like I say, the trailer's worth the money, but someday I'll have to do something with that. The only thing I need is it was missing the plug out of the back. There's a plug goes in there. And the oar locks are kind of screwed up. That's like a handmade one stuck in there. That one's broken off, but I think I can probably get them. Get a set of oars for. But a good solid boat, and like I say, good solid trailer, in better shape than most of them. It was just a matter of having to haul it. But man, you could have bought, there were so many boats and stuff that just went cheap. There was a lot of stuff that was horrible to see. I mean, there was like old Studebakers and old Packers and stuff like this, but they were in pretty rough shape. But what I hated to see was, they were going for like $35 or something. But then at the end of the show, they just come with a scrap iron, a payloader, and smashed them and threw them on a trailer. And I keep thinking, good God. I mean, there was a lot of nice parts there that they just smashed for scrap iron. Like even when you look at a taillight lens for an old Studebaker, well, it's got to have a certain amount of value there, but they didn't bother, just crush them and throw them on a trailer, and away they went. There was a really nice old Jaguar, but at least they didn't crush that. But, and a couple of Volkswagen Carmagillas, which would have been tempting, But I got a boat. Got her cheap, though. That's the good thing. If I ever want to sell it, I can park out on the highway there, and I think I can sell it pretty quick. But you never know. I might want to take it out on the river. Though I've got kayaks, and, a lot easier to move them around. But can't pass up a cheap boat. Like I said, I could always resell it and make money on it. Well, better get this Bale home. She's going to fight me all the way. But it was either that or play around all day with that Belarus. Because I got a weird, the fuel line is like a really thin wall copper. And I somehow broke that. But it's weird. It's copper with an unusual compression fitting. So I think I'm going to have to shorten it because I don't think I could find a copper tube like that. And it isn't like a flare type fitting, it's a compression type fitting. But Soviets did things a little weird. And I can see where, they would go with copper rather than go with a rubber line. But it just, I happened to hit that just wrong, and I got that job now. But the horse will be happy to get a bale home. I'm going to have plenty of hay, but I had 2 bales on hand at home now, but he's kind of dug through them and he's looking for more. So he's got a fresh one here.